Welcome to Comics on Parole. My name is Dan Glazer. This is your sidekick Al, and I give to you Mike Carr.
Champagne don't drive me crazy. Cocaine don't make me lazy. Ain't nobody's business but my own. Candy's dandy, but liquor is quicker. You can drink all the liquor down at Costa Rica. Ain't nobody's business but my own. You can walk downtown in your birthday suit. Come out of SunTrust with a bag full of loot. Ain't nobody's business but my own. Cocaine's for horses, not for men. Doc said kill me, but he didn't say when. Ain't nobody's business but my own. Candy's dandy, but liquor is quicker. You can drink all the liquor down at Costa Rica. Ain't nobody's business but my own.
Very good, Mike.
Thank you.
Mike performs all over town, and he's going to be coming back on the show very shortly. You're welcome to take your... Oh, you want to leave this
I'll leave
up?
it here. Just don't touch it. Thank you.
Because Al may hit me over the head with it
I like that.
if I tell a bad joke. So thanks, Mike. Get over here, Al. Huh? Can you leave the command center?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Here's my my sidekick out my sidekick Al.
You want to hear some AC/DC, man?
Don't get carried away. You were a musician, weren't you?
No, I am a musician.
You am a musician.
Yeah, I am.
So how you doing now?
I'm doing well. How are you? How's the wife?
Wife, she's here actually.
Oh,
she's in the crowd.
Hello, wife.
So I can't say any jokes about her.
No, you can't.
But the one thing I like, do you ever notice as you get, I'm older than you, but as you get older, it's getting harder and harder to get out of the car. It's a struggle for me.
What kind of car you got?
I don't know. It's just a struggle. It gets harder and harder. Like today I was trying to get, I felt like it took me 2-3 minutes to get out of the car. It was a real struggle. Mm-hmm. Except it would help if I remembered to unbuckle the seatbelt. But that's a good thing about Alzheimer's. You meet new people every day.
Or get a longer seatbelt.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Anything you'd like to say? Any wise wisdom?
Words of wisdom?
Any words of wisdom?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not that wise.
Anyway, we'll do a commercial for Jerry Farber's Side Door. So you should go to the command center.
You gonna say hi to Mike?
Oh, at the end of the show. But I'll say hi now. Yeah. Mike Aloy is in the hospital. He has an appendix burst, so we wish him well and get well quick. He's the producer of this show. And now I would like to talk a little about Jerry Farber's Side Door. Jerry Farber's Side Door is one of the premier entertainment clubs. It's really not just a comedy club. It's an entertainment club here in Atlanta. They have major acts that come to the club and a lot of local talent that come. This Friday, there's a big show with Chester Drake. Chester Drake has been on the show. It's on the corner of Piedmont and Roswell Road. He's back in town. He's been away for 2 weeks. So go to Jerry Farber's Side Door this Friday to see the big show. Jerry will be there. And if you can't hear his jokes enough, you can hear them 10, 20 times. They're funny and different every time. So go to Jerry Farber's. He needs the money. Let's take it to a break, and then we're going to bring on our next comic.
Get on the bonnet. Raise yourself.
Don't worry, the girl, that commercial is fine. She's going to be on the show in a minute. Anyway, I'd like to introduce our next comic. Our guest is the world's only engineering professor by day and stand-up comedian by night. His nationally touring show, Feel the Power of the Dark Side, is both humorous and educational.
I hope so, Dan.
He hosts a weekly radio show on WREK Atlanta 91.1 FM on science and technology, whose motto is Science Only Funnier. Please welcome, oh, by the way, this is a very good friend of Mike Carr's who just played the ukulele. Please welcome to the parole desk,
How you doing,
Dr.
Mike?
Pete.
We done broke your microphone here. I don't know what to tell you.
How you doing, Dr. Pete?
I'm doing well, but
Good.
you know, it's the juxtaposition of two things, right? I'm gonna open it with a big word so people don't think I'm as stupid as I actually am. You know, you got the Aloha shirt. You're like, yeah, you're chilling, dude. And then you're sitting here like Tom Brokaw.
Tom Brokaw here.
You know, he's got the same list that you do. You know, because
After I've had a couple of drinks, but
we're so serious, right? I watched your show, and it's a great show, but you're kind of like, I'm gonna do do a serious interview here with comedians, and they're going to talk about their childhood and feel bad, and by the end of the show, they're like, that's why I do comedy, because I'm so sad.
That's what we try to do.
Are we going to be
Make
more
people feel
upbeat?
better.
Are we going to be
We're going to be really upbeat.
Okay, all right,
you do
that's-
humor and mix education.
At least I
Tell
try,
me about
yes. Well, I haven't been detained by the authorities yet. I mean, if you think about it, edutainment, right? I mean, they use it in Madison Avenue, they use it in commercials, things like that. Why not use it in education? Wouldn't you have paid more attention when you were in school if your instructor was funny?
Yeah, I know. I was always the joke, so it got me in trouble. Is it better if the instructor's funny?
Right.
And do you tell jokes in class?
Of course I tell jokes in class. The only difference is my jokes in class sometimes dirtier than the jokes I actually tell in clubs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so here's the thing people don't realize. If you take dirty words and search through the scientific literature, you'd be amazed what you find.
Oh,
right?
really?
Yeah, so for example, if you work on diapers, right? And by diapers, I don't mean you wear them on your head and walk around, asking for money. If you do research on the polymer fibers that absorb, right, these things, and you do that in Japan, whatever the Japanese word for baby poop is, translates into shit in the scientific literature. You can actually find it in there. There are a lot of articles like that.
Okay.
And now people send me email all the time. Pete, here's another one. Maybe you can put that in your act.
Well, let me ask you, how do you think people appreciate your nerd humor? Your nerdy humor.
That's tough. I did a show in London once where I got the best compliment I could have gotten, and that was from the wife of a chemical engineer, which in itself is amazing because most people that are married to chemical engineers leave shortly thereafter. She said, I liked your show because I got the jokes too. So the key is to find that balance and, sort of make it so that nerds can laugh at it and other folks can laugh at it.
Now, let me ask you, what's the strangest place you ever did stand-up?
I'm thinking it's here. Yeah, that's it, right? No?
Okay.
No, that's not true. It's got to be a toss-up between a gig that Mike and I did.
Yeah.
Frank and Ronnie's Bar, right? That's what it was called. And we did a paid show, right? We had 4 paid admissions. And the headliner was Jared Harris, right? So I opened for Jared Harris. Jared gets up there and he goes, I seem to recall when I had a pressure washing business, washing the brains out of a chalk outline in the parking lot right here. True story. He was not on it that night. He was just kind of like, well, I'm depressed. I'm going to leave now. So it was kind of strange.
Let's do this. Hey, let's go ahead and take it to one of Dr. Pete's sets so we can appreciate his humor.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pete Lavich! All right, Atlanta, if you're working in an office, make some noise! Yeah! All right, whoa, not that much noise. You work in a boring office, for God's sakes. It's not like secret agents are going to switch their job and come work with you. That'd be neat, though, wouldn't it? Bond, James Bond. And my martinis, shaken, not stirred. Except that the office party were too cheap to get a bartender. Hi, Miss Moneypenny. Forward all my calls to accounts receivable. Extension 007. Of course, it's doubly bad for me because I not only work in an office, I hang out with the nerdy guys and the IT guys because I'm an engineer. Yeah, you'd think that's bad, though. Truth be told, it's quite the turn-on, ladies. You know what they say, once you had an engineer, you never go back to someone who doesn't wear safety glasses in the bedroom again. Yeah. And this is a darn good idea nowadays, what with all us old geezers walking around on Viagra and Cialis. It's only a matter of time before somebody puts an eye out. And of course, I finally have my own office, but for years I worked in the cubicle out back. You know what I'm talking about, where assistant managers are turn on you like a pack of dingoes. Right, we got people who've been in the cubicles? Kind of a scary place. I mean, it's tough to focus in a cubicle, isn't it? It's tough to nap in a cubicle. It's tough to conceive a child in a cubicle. Trust me on that last one. Especially on those goofy-shaped ergonomic chairs. You know what I'm talking about? They're kind of strange. I was very excited the first time I got my ergonomic chair until I realized I don't know what the hell ergonomic means. Right? Sounds like one of those made-up words that the marketing people came up with, you know? Sounds really good, but means absolutely nothing. Like Haagen-Dazs, Zima, pension plan. Certainly means that nowadays. It's kind of crazy. And I didn't mean to imply that I nap at work. I don't take naps in the office. I power nap. Because you can get away with anything in the office if you just put power in front of it. Power nap, power lunch, power tie. Power theft of office supplies. It works. Try it. My favorite thing is the power phrases, right? Every department has one of these. Marketing has market-driven quality. Customer service has customer-centered focus. Human resources has bite me. Not very nice there in human resources. Of course, nobody wants to sit next to us engineers in the cubicles, right? Because they think we're too nerdy. Where are my engineers tonight? Engineers? Well, there you go. There you go, right? So you know what I'm talking about, sir. And a lot of people, they don't want to sit next to us, and they're probably thinking the same thing you're thinking, man. The nerdiness, does it rub off? Over time, it can. But the good news is, contrary to what a lot of the female coworkers of mine think, it cannot be transmitted sexually. And in case you're thinking, is it rubbing off, there's a simple test you can do to see if it's time to change your cubicle. If you answer yes to any one of the following questions, you may have to move your cubicle. If you come in every day and you color coordinate your shirt with that USB memory key around your neck, you may be a nerd. If you actually know the difference between string theory and string cheese, you may be a nerd. And finally, if when you're rooting for your favorite sports team, it sounds a lot less like oh, and a lot more like 10101010, you may be a nerd. Yes, thank you from the IT section back there. I always appreciate the IT guys. If you come back later, I'll do that joke in hexadecimal. And that's okay if you didn't get that joke. We have a name for you around the office as well, normal. Yeah. Of course, the people that give us engineers the hardest time are the marketing folks. We got any marketing folks here tonight? Marketing? There you go. And you guys give us a hard time because you complain that us engineers, we don't know how to market. Until now. Now that we've got the Geek Squad from Best Buys. Have you seen these guys? The white shirt, the black tie, the pocket protector? It's marketing genius, because you normal people, you like your geeks to look like geeks. Till they're walking up to your front door and you're suddenly thinking, is that the Geek Squad I just called or a Jehovah's Witness?
Very good, very good, very good. Now, how did you get into comedy?
Now I'm wondering why I should have, right? I wasn't even Atlanta's funniest office worker. I was runner-up. Chelsea Rice won that show, actually. That was, how did I get into comedy? I'm guessing because I ran out of medication. That's what I would say right now. I don't know. I mean, I always wanted to do it, and I think everyone starts the same way. They go do an open mic, and then they chicken out and think, well, I could sneak out the back before we start.
Yeah.
But in fact, I picked number 1, so I had to go. And it was actually at that club. It was at the Funny Farm Comedy Club.
Yeah, which is out of business.
Which is out of business.
By the way,
I think I probably put him out of business.
By the way, wherever Dr. Pete hosts, he hosts a lot of rooms. They always go out of business.
If you see me doing an open mic, we have put, 4 or 5, and my car shares some of the blame on this one. My car and I did a number of these together. And we actually did that show with the Chalk Brains together, right? You were hosting that show. You produced that show. You directed that show. You are completely responsible for that show. They've all gone out of business.
Yeah.
And I like
You're not good for the economy.
I like to blame you for that, Dan, because you appeared at many. No, one of them we did together.
That's right.
Went out of business. So it's all shared responsibility.
Yeah. Now, who is your comedy inspiration?
God, here's my. I think it's you, Dan.
Thanks.
I really do. I look at
You're
Dan
a
and I
big
say,
trouble.
well, if I end up like that when I'm what are you now?
56.
72? Okay. Then I know I'm in trouble.
He's the same age as Tom Cruise. You're 50, right?
I'm 51.
Well, he's
Tom Cruise is 50?
Yeah.
Oh, he looks good, man.
By the way, we often do. We like to find a celebrity that you're a lookalike for.
Okay.
Put the lookalike celebrity.
All right, I'm guessing. Oh yeah,
Close.
yeah. Homer Simpson is the avatar on my office door at Georgia Tech, actually. So, in fact, you can go on this website and do a little avatar of yourself like that. Yeah, I think something.
Good.
Ooh, lunchtime.
The Brave. Now,
maybe.
where's the strangest place you did stand up?
Okay, all right. So here, let me take this. Let me handle this. Let's just do this right now. Let's relax. Because you were a fun guy. Let's relax. We're good. We'll fill the time. It's all good.
Could you do it on the right?
So I think I answered that question. It was a show with Mike. No, but the strangest place I ever did. Oh, the strangest
You
place.
make it fast. It's on.
Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Are you serious?
I did comedy in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So I've done a lot of stuff in London, but I was in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia teaching a course on polymer physics, I think.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll wing it here. I'm not
Well,
gonna,
the
not gonna
time's
leave you
almost
high
up here.
okay, let's get. So we
time.
don't have to worry about the questions. And ironically, I would have had my head chopped off if I actually did it out in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
But they have these things called Western-style compounds in the Middle East, where it's like topless San Diego. You're in there and people pull out giant bottles of scotch, and I'm like, it's not illegal here. Where'd you get that? and we did some poolside stuff. And it was
Very
actually-
good.
It was
Very
actually really good.
Dr. Pete, thank you so much, my son, for being
my
on the
pleasure,
phone.
sir. My
I mean, on
pleasure,
the
sir.
phone, on the show.
Right, and I hope you
appreciate
get
it.
your medication refilled.
I drank too much caffeine today. Let's take it to a break, and then we'll bring on our next comic. Very good, my son.
Look what they've done to my song. Look what they've done to my song. It's the only thing that I could do half right, and it's turning out all wrong. Damn. Look what they've done to my song.
Thank you very much,
Certainly,
Mike.
man.
Now we're bringing to the desk a very, very talented comic. He performs all over town. Jerry Farber Side Door, Laughing Skull, Punchline, and he also is on the show, the radio show, The Regular Guys. I welcome to the parole desk, Vinny Bucci. How you doing, Mr. Bucci?
Doing fantastic, Dan. Thanks for having me.
Very good, very good. Thank you for making it. Thank you, Meg. Now, and how was work today, by the way?
It was insane. For those people that don't know, in addition to stand up in the Regular Guys show, I also work at Home Depot. I'll
You
wait.
do?
Yeah, I'll wait till your heart stops pounding, and it was just just one of those frustrating days. I just want to say this: have you ever had a job that you hated so much that when your boss starts cutting back your hours, you don't even put up a fight?
Yes.
Just one of those days where you're just like, you know what? I'm just going to sit on my couch, watch back-to-back episodes of Breaking Bad. I'm not even going to care. That's, at this point, how I felt about work today.
Well, let me ask you, do you make more money at Home Depot or on the Regular Guys?
Home Depot, sadly.
Okay.
Which is only reason why I'm still there.
Now tell me, what is your position on the Regular Guys? We're going to be showing a few clips from the Regular Guys radio show, but
I'm the Friday intern for
Yeah.
the Regular Guys show. It's we call it Special Needs Friday, and one of the things is that even though it's one of the weirdest jobs where technically on paper I'm considered an intern on the show, but I'm not like the average intern.
how long have you been an intern on that show?
It'll go on almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years in September.
Is that legal?
That's why they call it a special needs intern. They try to work their way around that. So
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's like one of those things because most interns, they always sit in the background and they're always doing extra stuff for the show. I do that, but also I'm also an on-air intern. I'm on the air. I have my own bits, my own segments. So it's slightly different. It's even though I'm an intern on the show, I get treated as if I'm a regular cast member. I have my own segments, my own bits. I have a fan base, so it's
Well, let's do
a lot
this.
of fun.
Let's take it to a segment of the show. It's called Bucci's Lounge, and we'll just get an idea of what you do.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Booch, and you have just entered the Booch's Lounge. We got 3 gorgeous, beautiful ladies here from 3 Olives Vodka. Ladies?
Hello. Yeah, we're just gonna be chilling here with you all day. Where's your cocktail?
Awesome. Oh, it's
Would you like another one?
Absolutely.
Like a fine wine, but it's 3 olives, dude.
We have a segment on the show entitled Smooch the Booch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Basically, how it works is girls come onto the show, and when I make out with them, I judge them on a scale of 1 to 5 on whether or not they're a good kisser.
Yeah, we just met. Well, maybe a couple times in the train.
You got drink.
What up?
What up?
Here we are, our first date.
Mm-hmm.
So, tell me more things.
What do you want to know?
I can't. I really can't.
Why not? For the hug? Yeah, I can try.
We'll do it. We'll do the side hug.
Sorry, okay.
Oh!
Behind the ear! Behind the ear!
Snuck up on me.
Happy Friday!
Happy Friday.
TGI dude!
You cracked me up.
Well, I'm feeling it now. I wasn't before. I'm trying to stay cool. Now I'm toasted right now.
Oh my god.
Well,
And then we'll see you later.
Yeah, at the regular guys roast.
Yes.
I'm actually one of the roasters. I'll be roasting.
Are you?
I got a couple jokes.
Well, I mean, you can't tell them all
Practice
right
on
now.
us.
Well, no. Oh, yeah, I guess you can tell some.
Practice.
I said, a lot of people don't know this, but Southside Steve is a big fan of horses. In fact, I didn't know how big of an equestrian fan he was until I saw him riding Kim Zolciak. The regular guys are famous for, they have a popular catchphrase called petitong, which is how they greet people. It's a way of saying hello and goodbye. And I read in a recent survey that petitong was the second most confusing phrase in the history of radio, coming in just behind the phrase, yes, I'm 42 and I have a ponytail.
We might need to work on these.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, these are the three girls from 3 Olive Garden. I am the Booch. 3 Olive Vodka. I'm sorry. Oh, thank God I'm a comedian, otherwise this would be totally embarrassing.
Thank God there's vodka.
That was great.
That was a trip down memory lane.
You got a great. How many years ago was that?
That was 2 years ago.
You got a great job. You should have had them do one of them do a table dance or something. I mean, you were getting them bombed.
Yeah, it was fun. You know, it was actually one of those interesting moments where they were trying to see how much I could hold my liquor.
You know, one thing I meant to say about it, weren't you one time voted best top comic in Atlanta?
Yes, in 2011, I was voted best comedian in Atlanta by the readers of Creative Loafing magazine.
And you were on the front of Creative Loafing and everything.
Well, I wasn't really on the front of Creative Loafing.
You were in the centerfold.
Yes.
That's right. Okay. Now, what got you into comedy?
My looks.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, actually, it was just as a kid, I always loved to make people laugh. You know, I was always trying to crack up my friends and my parents. Usually by doing voices.
Yeah. What kind of voices? Do a voice.
Well, when I was a kid, I was a big fan of Disney movies. I used to be able to do like the genie from Aladdin was my favorite.
Do it.
Like I had. Okay. Well, I'll set this up. What happened was a long time ago, me and a buddy of mine, we did a skit. Where he was dressed up as Aladdin and I dressed up as the genie, and I accidentally shoved my friend against the wall while doing one of the bits. It was the part where he says like, "I can't bring anybody back from the dead.
Oh, I remember
it's
that part.
not a pretty picture. I don't like doing it." And I slammed his head against the wall.
Oh, very good, very good.
Got a huge laugh out of everybody.
Now, you do podcast. You have a podcast, right?
Yes, the Boochcast.
Okay, tell us about it.
It was a podcast show that I created a very long time ago. I think it was back in 2008 when I was in college. And when I first started doing it, I was mostly just podcasting about myself. Like I would talk about, I just got out of class, my teacher's crazy, or I'm doing a show at like Eddie's Attic in a couple of weeks. And then eventually I shut it down after a while because the podcast station that I was running, they wanted to charge a fee, and I was a college student, I was broke, so I didn't have the money. So I shut it down.
Okay.
Then about a year later, I was at the Landmark Diner. This is before it became Jerry Farber's Side Door.
Right.
Before Jerry Farber got a hold of it, and I was doing a set, and I met Dave Stone from the Beards of Comedy, and he told me just out of the blue, he said, "Didn't you used to have a podcast show a year ago?" I'm like, "Yeah, I called it the Boochcast," and he sat me down and told me how big of a fan he was of the show.
So you started it again?
So he motivated me to bring it back, and then when I did, I started having guests on the show. I started bringing in like Joe. I brought in like Joe Pettis and Matt Farr, and it got tons of attention. And
well, that's good. I just now saw you had a podcast. I think in the back of my mind I knew you had one. Now I want to take it to another scene. This is the pamper scene. This is very educational as well as entertaining.
Does the Booch have underwear on?
There's Booch in his diaper.
How much do you weigh, Booch?
211.
211.
Yes.
How tall are you?
About 5'4".
Ooh, 5'4", 211.
Well, I was a lot thinner in high school, and then when I graduated, I stopped working out because my wrestling career ended, and then I just gained
His wrestling career. Well, you know how it is.
When I wrestled in high school, I was dieting in shape, working out all the time.
Right. Here's the question, and I'll ask Steve, what is the cost in parts and labor of an Oscar statuette?
I gotta give him some credit. They're $250.
$250 is incorrect. Jeff in Marietta, is the actual answer higher or lower?
Higher.
$300 higher. Booch, lie down on the sex chair. That's the dirty diaper. Ugh.
I'm about to puke. I don't know why.
What's the over-under of Booch getting a little excited on this?
Booch's ass is covered.
Very good, very good, very good. When was that done?
That was done, again, it was about 2 years ago. We came up with a segment called Pamper Steve, and basically what happens is, you know, if you got an answer wrong, you had to change a diaper. But what's funny is that was actually chocolate pudding.
Well, I figured
we poured down.
I was hoping it was.
Well, some people have asked that. Did I really crap my pants?
But let me tell you this. Booch used to be a gymnast as well as a wrestler. Show the picture. He actually used to wrestle in those Pampers. Oh, no, I'm saying. Anyway, that was when he was thinner. He's lost a lot of weight, so that was when his little heavier days. Heavier days. Now, did I ask you, how did you get on the regular guys?
It was actually happened 3 years ago. I was doing the Booch cast, and I had just gotten out of college. And at the time, there was another comedian who was interning for the show by the name of Steve Haig, and he was also hosting comedy night at Southside Steve's Bar. So he was trying to get me booked to perform at Steve's Bar and do comedy. So we've been talking back and forth, trying to book the dates and everything. And then one day, unbeknownst to me, he took the Booch cast and showed it to Larry Wax of the Regular Guy Show. And Larry became an instant fan of the Booch cast. Like, Steve was calling me up saying, yo, Booch, Larry loves the Booch cast, and he would like to be a guest on your show. At first I thought he was messing with me. I'm like, I got you. He goes, no, dude, I'm serious. And I, froze. I'm like, wait a minute. This guy on a syndicated radio show wants to be on my podcast? Hell yeah, let's do it. So I go down to the radio station, and I'm waiting in the green room for them to finish the show so I can interview Larry. And Larry says, you know what? Bring the kid inside. We want to talk to him. So I walk in, never done radio a day in my life. I'm terrified. I walk in, Larry's got these dark sunglasses on. He's smiling maybe a little bit. He had this Terminator look in his face. I'm terrified. And then I'm sitting over here. Southside Steve's on the other side. And the show went on. We talked a little bit. And then halfway through the segment, Larry goes, I like this kid. You want a job?
And it's all history.
All history. Live on the air. He offered me the job a month later, and I've been there ever since.
Very good. Well, Booch, it was, I think you're starting the Booch Fest again, right?
No, I'm not starting it, but I'm still trying to find a room for it. I'm in talks of trying to bring it back.
We'll find your room. We'll find your room. But Waffle House, somewhere. We'll find you. Thank you, Booch, for coming on. We'll have you on again when you find that room.
Absolutely.
Okay. And now we're going to bring back to the parole desk Mike Carr to play another tune. You're welcome to sit on Mike's lap if you'd like. And Mike, we're running out of time, so you got to get to the desk. Okay. Thanks a lot, Booch. I appreciate it. Okay. So,
yeah.
Anyway, we'll have Mike play another tune here while I play a short song with a little vocal, and then we'll go into a little smooth music while I read the credits.
Okay. Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Hey there goes that spot. Hold that on there for me, Dan. You can do it. Give some pressure. There goes that Spider-Man in the chill of the night, at the scene of a crime. With the speed of light, he arrives just in time. Yeah, like the U.S. Marine Corps.
Okay, go into instrumental now, and we'll read the credits. How's that sound? So anyway, thank you for tuning in. Again, we want to wish Mike Aloya, the producer of this show, well. He's healing. Appendix was taken out. I'm going to be donating my appendix The next show, I will have no appendix. He'll have my appendix. We also want to, this show is produced by CarmodyBooking.com and American Hearts Radio. American Hearts Radio goes out to about 7,000 soldiers, and they're very supportive of the soldiers. Also, please go to HarmonyBooking.com for all your booking needs. And by the way, I'll be performing at Laffy Skull tomorrow night, so beware. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to Comics on Parole. Tune in next time, same bat place, same black time.
Good night.
Thank you. Continue playing.